Hello everybody, this is Fronito Bobbin here, and welcome back to Train Simulator 3, where today we're back on the Yellowstone line. Yeah, this is the Yellowstone Mountain and Central Railroad that we looked at in the last Simulator 3 video. And we're back on this mountain again, because safe to say that last Yellowstone route video that I made absolutely blew up. Yeah, I decided to take a bit of a risk this time. I typically don't play the same game so close together. But I figured, well, it's a new route. It's American. Last time I did a review on the American route, it did really well. And, well, this time you guys absolutely crushed it on this one. Like, 1,000 views in a week. I honestly can't believe it. Like, this video just took off to levels that I didn't quite see coming. And now I did make this video with the intention of getting a lot of views, but it just still blows me away every single time a video of mine just pops off. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching that video. So I figured, well, since the Yellowstone video has proven to be so popular, since we didn't check out the entirety of the Yellowstone round in the last video, we're back again. This time doing something a little bit different. So I guess we'll jump right into it. Before we get started, be sure to check out my Fiverr gig. Link is in the description. Okay, so let's actually explain what we're doing today. So we're back here on the Yellowstone route, and we're doing something a bit different this time. So interesting thing about the Yellowstone route is that despite not coming with any passenger equipment, there are a few passenger stations on this route. So I figured, let's drive an Amtrak train. Yeah, haven't done this much here in Train Simulator 3. So here we are then. I just noticed, yeah, I said just noticed, there's also a couple things here. Union Pacific Giants of the West. There's a picture of the gas turbine and the E50 or something. I believe those locomotives are actually do exist in the Trainz universe. So I wonder when they'll get added to Trainz Somewhere 3. American flag, because this is the United States of America, and I believe this is a Idaho flag or something. I actually. Oh, it's Wyoming. On Wyoming. Yeah, somebody, a Wyoming resident, is probably just shouted at me saying, "That's the Wyoming flag, you blithering idiot." Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not the best sharpest knife to know. There's also this here as well, which is pretty cool. Yeah, first time me actually checking out the station. It's a cool station next. I like all the details here. And even this console that we have here actually fits really well into the station. It's like the station was made for this train. So let's talk about the train itself then. So this is the it's a pretty standard Amtrak train, pretty standard long distance Amtrak train, all things considered. So at the front here we have two P42 locomotives. These are the jointed rail P42s, which are a payware add-on here in Train Simulator 3. That's 99 cents, although it depends on which level you get. I of course have the Phase 5 livery, and one other thing I've noticed that this one has weathering. And interestingly, these are interesting. Oh, where did that come from? Interestingly, these are actually the same asset, like the same QID, and yet, I guess if you place them down, you'll randomly get one with weathering. So that's actually a pretty cool detail that I didn't know was in this pack until now. Yeah. So P42 jointed rail is what we're driving for today. And as for the rolling stock, so this is all the long distance equipment, which is actually available for free in the City Country USA route. So this Phase 5, this Phase 4 or Phase something baggage car, which is actually think it's just a reskin of the Santa Fe baggage car. I don't think Amtrak actually ever painted these into Phase 5, so it's weird. But of course with the Superliner coaches as well, which are actually just older ones, so yeah, they're not a new model or anything. But all this passenger equipment is like I said, is available freely in the City and Country USA route here in Train Simulator 3, which is which doesn't necessarily come downloaded with the game, but it is free to download, so you can do that when you get Train Simulator 2 or Train 3. So we've already driven this locomotive before. This was back in the Heartland Flyby that I did. Ironically driving this on the City and Country USA, but I guess I'll show it off again just in case you didn't see that video. Cab is pretty well detailed. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Not sure if it's fully loaded yet or something, but regardless, here's the cab of the P42 locomotive. here in Train Simulator 3. It's actually a pretty nice cab, but this is Jointed Rail, who do pretty good work on their stuff. I guess we'll blow the horn as well. And there you go. And yeah, so this is so as for the P42, this is actually an all new model for Train Simulator 3. This is not the this is not a port of the P42 that was back over in Train Simulator 2. This is an all new one. Well, I guess we'll get on the road then. So this route though, this Yellowstone route has a bit of a bug, as I showed off in the last video, where of course you can't get back into the map, which is a thing with all the Pro Train routes. But what I really don't like is that for some reason there's this bug where even if you're detached from a train, you can't actually move the or the thing. So you can't move like the camera, I guess. You can't do what you would do in normal routes in the map view. So because of that, I haven't actually been able to set any of the points on this line, this journey. So fingers crossed we don't go down the wrong way or something, or else we're gonna be, well, in a bit of a mess. But for today, so yeah, so the reason why we're back here on this route today is because we didn't quite check out this route in its entirety in the last video. We just kind of drove around some sort of industry thingamajiggy and other things. We actually didn't drive on the main line at all in the last video, so that's what we're doing in this video. Okay, I think that's enough blabbering. Let's get moving. And we're off. Here's something I might as well mention. I'm not actually sure if Amtrak would run this route in real life, but it feels like it would, so I'm gonna do it anyways. Well, I guess one other thing to note is that, yeah, so actually what I've done here is I brought up the HUD, which will actually tell us if we're going down some sort of like weird path or something. So just in case we do go down the wrong way or something, well, at least we'll know, and then we can just go back. The other post I've said is actually this junction, which we're actually coming up to, which you'll see shortly. But then I don't know, I'm just hoping we stay on the main line. So here we are then, back on the Yellowstone, only 2 weeks after the first video I made on this route. And yeah, I typically don't like do 2 videos on the same route so close to each other, but since the last Yellowstone video did so well, I figured, let's do another one for those who really want more Yellowstone Mountain content. I'm just gonna call it the Yellowstone route, by the way. I know the full name is the Yellowstone Mountain Central Railroad, but that's a bunch of it's too many words. I haven't got time to say all the words. So I guess this train here can just be considered just any really normal or sort of Amtrak long distance train. You know, it's got 2 locomotives, baggage car, and some two-liner coaches. Of course, there are a number of different Amtrak trains that have this consist. You know, there's the Empire Builder, there's Sunset Limited, there's the thingy-majiggy. I don't even know all the names, but there's a lot of these Amtrak trains in this with this sort of consist. Yeah. Ironically, Amtrak has actually started replacing some of their locomotives for these long-distance trains. Yeah, Amtrak have decided that they're going to replace the P42 locomotives with the ALC 42 locomotives, and yeah, that hasn't gone very well so far. I don't, you know what? I don't know what it is with Siemens equipment on Amtrak, but it just has so many reliability issues. Like, I can't believe it. And the A664s, those are Siemens built locomotives. Those have actually gone really well. So I don't know why they're all the equipment, such as the charges and the venture coaches. I don't know why those keep going haywire. Well, fortunately, we got some good old P-42s, so hopefully we can complete this journey without the locomotives blowing up. It's 55 miles per hour. That's good. So where are we at the moment? We are just going up this this road here. All right. Yeah. Also, I guess you may be wondering what scenario this is. This is just a free mode thing that I set up myself. Because you can't make proper scenarios in Trainz 3 yet. Also, hey, cool thing about this being, but one upside though of this being a free mode thing is that we don't have to obey the speed limit. Yay! So I'm doing 57 miles per hour. It's only 2 miles per hour over. Who cares? But yeah, here we are checking out bits of the Yellowstone that we didn't see in the previous episode. Now, our previous video. This isn't an episodic series. Yeah. Now, of course, we're still not going to see every single little inch of this route in this video. But this is sort of like a part 2, I guess, showing off more of the route that we didn't see in the last video. So hopefully you'll watch these 2 videos and then, make up your mind if you want to get this route. And in case you're wondering, in the first Yellowstone video that I did, in case you haven't seen that yet, in that video I actually showed off all the equipment that you get with this route. It's basically just a bunch of Union Pacific stuff, but if you like Union Pacific, then you may like that, so yeah. A lot of Union Pacific stuff. So, yeah. And of course I drove a Union Pacific freight train in that video. And, yeah, so that's why I decided to do Amtrak for this one, because I figured, well, we've driven a freight train on this route, let's drive a passenger train, and, personally I'm more of a passenger guy rather than a freight guy. I don't really care too much for freight trains, to be honest. And it just happens that this line does have passenger stations on it, so if you really want to, then yeah, you can do a passenger train on this route, and it would actually work. So here's this big yard. I believe this is actually what you see in the thumbnail for the route itself on the download state, or the content store, I guess. Content store. I mean, that's what it's called, I should say. Because there is no down station in Trainz 3 right now either, so yeah. You can't make your own routes, can't make your own scenarios, can't even download custom content. You're just stuck with the default stuff. For now. I mean, I say for now. I'm still waiting for the day that N3V finally get around to adding these features to thing. And yep, it turns out I forgot to turn on the dot strip once again. That's become a theme in these videos. There we go again. Thank you, Stafford Speedway, for once again photobombing one of my videos. Alright, so now we're about to pass this yard here. Oh, wait, it's about to... My brain is just gone on mush today, as you can see. Yeah, I do have all the points up. I'm going to keep the points up for now, though, just in case we sort of go take a wrong turn, so I'll be able to correct it. So we're now here. And speed is actually about to go up to 60. A slight increase. Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure why I keep forgetting. I used to do it all the time. And I even remember they say, "Hey, wait, I gotta turn on Do Not Disturb before I begin this video." I forgot anyways. Well, now we're sort of entered the more countryside part of the route. There really isn't much scenery, to be honest. It's just kind of green. Yeah, there's a lot of green on this route. Hold up, they charge $6 for this route, right? It's a bit much for a route that's just nothing. I mean, there's, you know, the odd telephone poles, there's bushes and everything, but the scenery on this route's pretty empty. I mean, this is Wyoming, and I'm sure if there's any people from Wyoming watching this video, they'll probably say, yeah, this is basically Wyoming. Which is fine, but I feel like the road needs to be bigger. Yeah, here's another little mini yard. Yes. I'm about to approach the little bridge here. The track goes somewhere. Bridge. It's an old looking thing. Looks cool though. Oh, now we're about to go slow. I think I know why, though. Wow, some civilization. Got a couple bridges here. And towns. But we're basically... Well, I mean, we're still kind of in the middle of nowhere, but at least now there's something here. Doesn't look too bad, actually. You know, credit where credit is due to Pro Train. The routes seem to come with a number of bugs and other weird stuff, but the routes also look nice. Tunnel! Ooh, okay, we're about to have some tunnel action here. I just don't know, a little more to 30. And here we are. Oh, yeah, it says something there. Oops, I missed it. Oh, see, yeah, okay. Now, once you're in the tunnel, you can't get out. Remember the what's it called? The PT Alpine Lake 3 route, which is just seems to be a bunch of tunnels. Yep, this is reminding me of that. Hopefully we get it here at some point, though. I mean, we will. Yeah, this won't be a forever running tunnel, but I'm not really much of a tunnel guy, to be honest. Guess I'm gonna look around the cab of the P42 then. I have to say, jointed rail, they did a pretty good job with this. Like if you're a big P-42 fan and you have Train Simulator 3, I can recommend this add-on. Now there's actually three different P-42 add-ons. They just split them up, um, which is a bit odd. They should have really been on the same pack. But yeah, they're basically three different P-42 add-ons, and it's just three different liveries. So you get Phase 5, but there's also a Phase 4 and Phase 3 version. Yeah, I just decided to get Phase 5 just because that's sort of like my sort of era type of livery. I say that Phase 5 hasn't exactly aged the best. I think Phase Phase 7 is a huge improvement over Phase 5. But I just still kind of like the simplistic nature of Phase 5, although it depends on the locomotive. Some locomotives actually look pretty nice in Phase 5, others... Nah. So there's this loop, I think. I saw this on the map, or briefly, so when I was trying to fly around and... Oh, there's a sign on the track. How did that get there? So, not much to say at the moment, now that we're in the tunnel. Just kind of going through it. I will say this train, though, does fit pretty well on this route in terms of, well, you know. Like, it just feels right. And I could have driven like another Union Pacific train, but you know, since I already did that, I wanted to spice it up a bit. Plus, also gives us a chance to drive this locomotive again, and I don't think. Well, okay. As far as video, we haven't actually driven this thing since the Harlan Flyer video, which I did over a year ago now. That video is actually... Yeah, that video's been on YouTube now for, yeah, well over a year. Also, it's at the end of the tunnel! Yay! Finally! About to reach the end of this tunnel indeed. Oh, so speed goes back up? Oh, yeah. Oh, about to cross over cool. Look! Whoa! Okay, this bridge gets cooler and cooler the more you see it. Look at this! Now this is a bridge. Look at this. This is cool. This can make for some good photos. Well, dang, I didn't know this bridge was here, but wow, this thing is cool. Is that a water tower? Oh, I guess you could also drive steam engines here. That's a cool bridge. So, yep, that was a loop. Okay. So now we're on more flat terrain. And speed was just going back up. Well, that was cool. A looping tunnel and a bridge to go with it. So there are some cool features on this route, as you can see. Well, let's see what else this route has to offer. Another bridge coming up. And a pipe. Hold up, I gotta see this up close. Oh, it's like a walkway for the animals, except the terrain looks a bit funny here. But yeah, another train crossing over this little mini bridge. Oh, some wildlife here. Now we're next to a highway, which has no cars on it. How hard would it be to animate road vehicles? I mean, they already got that program into the game. Just do it for that road asset, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a programmer, so I can't say how easy or hard it is. Ooh, another one of those tunnel things, though. That's one over that goes underneath the track and underneath the highway. Cool. $65, yes. Now we get to go even faster. And that's a eagle, I think. This is definitely an interesting route. So, I guess whether or not I can say I can recommend this route, I don't know. It's not my kind of route, to be honest. I think I'm gonna need you guys to really decide for me on this one. So, yeah, so I'm gonna need you guys to sort of help me out here. So so if you watch both videos, being the, okay, well I say that, I haven't actually finished this journey yet, but so far, watching the previous video I did on this route, and the first half of this one, can you recommend, or would you get this route? Well, yeah, would you get this route, and would you also recommend it to somebody else? Maybe someone who really likes freight routes, or really likes Union Pacific routes, or maybe just wants an American route that's set in the middle of nowhere. Say that you don't necessarily have to do freight stuff here. You can also do passengers, like I'm doing today. Oh, but you're kind of limited in what passenger trains you can do. You can only do like sort of long distance or medium distance trains, or Amtrak, or well. Actually, say Amtrak. It doesn't have to be Amtrak, though. I guess it could be any sort of passenger train. I guess in terms of what Amtrak trains you can do, well, you can either do this, sort of like bog standard long distance train, or there's also a couple different routes that come with the Amtrak Horizon coaches. You could also use those to recreate some sort of Midwestern Amtrak train or something. Yeah, not sure what else those Horizon coaches come in, but they, as far as I know, they're included in the Summer Lake Valley route that I looked at about a year ago. I think there might be one other route that they're included in, but I'm not sure what route that would be, as I still have yet to look at all the American routes here in Train Simulator 3. In fact, there's actually two more you need to check out, being the Midwestern Branch Line and the Summer Lake Pass route. Yeah, not a big issue. Summer Lake Valley route, which we looked at already. I was actually going to look at the Summer Lake Pass route up next, but then this came out. So that's been pushed back a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, so of course we have another video on the Yellowstone as well, but this will probably be the last Yellowstone video for a little while. Unless you guys really want me to do a third one, but we'll see what happens. Next Trainz 3 video though will likely be on a German route, either the PT Pigtail line, or if a German route comes out before that I need to do a video on, or really want to do a video on. But that'll be in a couple weeks, because next week we finally got a new Trainz 2 video. Those self-impulse over there look kind of cool. Alright, where are we in the route? Oh, we're actually almost there. Oh, okay. We did my little sneak peek of what's come next in the channel, because we're nearly at the end of this journey, actually. So yeah, so today we got to drive on the whole mainline portion, which we actually, I'm not even sure if we even drove on here at all in the last video. So yeah, the last Yellowstone video was really more focused on sort of more slower, more industrial part of the route, whereas it's more like countryside mainline. Well, since we're almost there, I would have liked to set the line to take us into the platform, because there's actually another station here that we'll stop at. Also, one of the plus about this journey is that we didn't get diverted into any sort of weird route, so that's good. We actually made it there with no issues. I guess one more thing though I must mention about this route: if you don't really much like bugs and glitches, you might want to hold off on this route, because there's two bugs with the map feature. There's the one where if you go into the map, like if you zoom out to get into the map view, so if you zoom out to get into the map view, and then try to zoom back in to get back into the route itself, you can't. It just stops you. So you have to use the buttons on the HUD to get back into it. But then there's another weird bug which it still has been fixing this route, where you go into the map view and then you can't actually move the camera or move the view around. Like you can't go around the route like you would do normally. This route you can't do that. It was just a bug in the programming. Okay, here's we have a red light coming up. Okay, I'm gonna slow down starting now, because we're coming up on the station. I also want to set the point so we can get to the platform. And here we are. So we actually can detach the chain. Yeah, we're already detached from the chain. Let's see if I can get to the points quick enough to set them. And I have. Okay. Alright, set this one. Nope. Set. There we go. Set this one. Nope. There we go. And this guy. Alright, don't go that slow. Come on. Harper's Rest Warehouse. Harper's. Oh. What? What? Wait. Harper's Rest Warehouse. Harper's Rest. What? That's a naming thing. Oh, so not quite a lot there. Oh, oh well, just in case. Well, here we are then. So this is Harper's Rest. It's gonna slow down a bit. So there's actually more stuff. I believe there's this up here. There's actually a line that actually goes to like a warehouse or something. Um, so I guess I'll just leave the rest of the route up to surprise. Like if you really want to get this route now, and you really want to see the rest of it, go for it. Was that a Sunoco gas station? First time I've seen that. Look at that. Official feel of NASCAR. NASCAR has been mentioned in the Trainz route. Okay, this is the best one now. Yes. And here we are, Harper's Rest. See if we can fit the whole train in this platform, by the way. And we should be able to, but we're probably gonna cut it close. So let's see. At least the door fits right with the platform. Oh, there's another Great Giants of the West sign. Oops. Hang on. Ooh, nailed it. Okay, did we get the whole train to the platform? By the way, we did. Oh my goodness, this train is just the right length. Wow. Okay. Well then, that's gonna do it for this video. So yeah, like I said, leave your feedback in the comments of what you think of this route now. Having seen more of it. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. There's also a Taco Bell in the distance there. Man, there's so much stuff around here. Yeah, Taco Bell, Sunoco gas station, everything. That's for now, and I will see you in whatever I make next.